Konnichiwa, watashi no namae wa Katrina desu. So in this video, we are going to talk about the one of the most well-known country in the world, which is Japan. Japan is an island country surrounded by the sea. About 75% of its area is mountainous. Japan has 4 seasons and you can enjoy its beautiful nature throughout the year. This wonderful country is also rich in traditional culture and historical heritage, which attracts many people from overseas to visit it. It is known as an economic powerhouse, and recently, Japanese culture such as anime, manga, games, and movies has been attracting much attention. Japan is a country where nature, history, and technology coexist in harmony. The language in Japan is what we call Nihongo, and it belongs to the Japonic language family. It is spoken as a first language by 122 million and as a second language by over 1 million people in Japan. The material culture in Japan is their traditional dress, which is kimono. It is a traditional Japanese garment and the national dress of Japan. Kimonos, which are generally made of silk, have large sleeves and reach from the shoulders all the way down to the heels. They are tied with a wild belt, which called an obi. While the non-material culture in Japan is their national anthem, which is the Kunigaya. The lyrics are from a waka poem written by an unnamed author in the Heian period, and the current melody was chosen in 1880, replacing an unpopular melody composed by John William Penton 11 years earlier. There are 2 major religions in Japan, which is the Shinto and Buddhism. Shinto is as old as the Japanese culture, while Buddhism was imported from the mainland in the 6th century. Since then, the 2 religions have been coexisting relatively harmoniously and have even complemented each other to a certain degree. The current net migration rate for Japan in 2023 is 0.516 per 1,000 population, a 1.71% decline from 2022. The current death rate for Japan in 2023 is 1,582,033 people, including foreigners living in Japan and Japanese citizens living abroad, died last year, according to the preliminary data released by the Ministry of Health, Labor, and Welfare. The current birth rate for Japan in 2023 is 7.013 births per 1,000 people, a 1.35% decline from 2022. The money system in Japan is the Japanese yen, with the international symbol being. Currently, there are 1,000 yen, 2,000 yen, 5,000 yen, and 10,000 yen banknotes in circulation. Coins come in 1 yen, 5 yen, 10 yen, 50 yen, 100 yen, and 500 yen denominations. The government system in Japan is a multi-party parliamentary democracy. The ruling Liberal Democratic Party, or LDP, has governed almost continuously since 1955, with stints in opposition from 1993 to 1994 and 2009 to 2012. Political rights and civil liberties are generally well respected. On December 27, 2022, the government of Japan released the Food Security Reinforcement Policy Framework, which aims to lower Japan's dependence on imports and to push increased domestic production of wheat, soybeans, feed grains, hay, and fertilizer inputs. The global city of Japan is Tokyo, and it has 2,964 major companies with a capital of 1 billion yen or more. This figure is about half of the total number of such companies in Japan. An international business center, Tokyo is also home to 76% of the foreign affiliated companies in Japan with over 2,300. The Environment Protection Strategy of Japan is actively tackling climate change and leading international negotiations through announcing, among others, its ambitious midterm target to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and the Hatoyama Initiative for supporting developing countries. Global emission reduction of greenhouse gases is required. And that's all for today's informative video. I hope you learned something about Japan and thank you for listening.